I wanted to show you something interesting. I had this custom made. You remember Coke's campaign? Like Coke is better with, and they had the names
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah, so we had this custom. It's like, so I was.
Yo.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
I still have it here have it in the kitchen here. Souvenir.
You're never gonna drink, how are you?
3, 2, 1. Amazing.
It's
Wow.
another day, another
Great.
episode, and we are
Yes. Wow.
Awesome.
Woo.
what
Joined by a great
episode?
guest.
2:30.
2:36 of A to the show.
Almost.
Yes, 2:36 of A to the show. Many days traveling around the world.
Every
Joined
single day.
by another
We're-
guest in
We're
Jeddah.
actually back in Saudi Arabia for the third time, I think, or the second, no,
Yes.
third time. Yes, and we're joined
Amazing.
today by Mr. Ahmed Darwish himself. Go ahead and let the world know who you
Yeah.
are and what you do.
Hey everyone. Big shout out to everyone there listening to us and all you guys east and west. So basically, yes, my name is Ahmed Darwish, also known as Takhtaq Basha.
We need a translation for the chef.
Takhtaq is the Arabic way of saying fluffy.
Exactly.
Pretty
Exactly.
much.
So I'm fluffy
And
Basha.
Basha means man, right?
No, Basha
Basha's like
Basha is
senior,
a
sir.
is a rank. It was a rank in the Ottoman Empire.
Yep.
So basically, it's a kind of a senior level.
He's the top dog
Senator,
fluffy
kind of
of the
like-
Arab world, boys and girls.
Pretty
Here
much.
on our
The
show.
fluffiest of the fluffers.
Debatable, but true.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it. Food, we love it.
Welcome.
You love it.
Awesome.
Right.
Welcome to the show. So
It's all about food here.
it
It's
is
all
all
about food, guys.
especially in our parts of the world, bro. Like, no joke. Food is food here. It's not something you eat just to get by the day. It's a very
Yeah.
special moment of the day, I think. Right? So what is
Every
the
day is a
importance?
special moment of the day for food.
Of course, bro. It's that one time of the day where you can just forget everything and do what humans got to do, but to a perfection. It reached a point
Exactly.
where it's like it has to be just right. And the best of days are the days where our lunch, dinner, or breakfast is done just right.
On point. Yeah, pretty much.
And it's
Exactly.
crazy.
Usually it's a Friday.
Oh, bro.
Friday,
don't
no
talk about Friday.
no work stress.
Yep.
I like to do like read different types and unique types of breakfasts on Friday because like
Ooh.
that's the only day where I'm not rushing to work, so I just eat a cereal or some quick sandwich. No, Friday is proper breakfast day. You jump in this kitchen where I'm here and just do something different, something I want to try.
What's a fancy breakfast?
Before that, what's your perfect breakfast? So what has got to be on that perfect breakfast?
Well, there's got to be meat involved.
Obviously,
Definitely, there's got to be meat and eggs.
beef bacon has to, like, that's a must.
Bacon, basturma, sausage, you name it, whatever type of meat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
eggs, whatever type you want to sunny side up.
What do you
scrambled.
prefer?
For me, scrambled or omelet, really,
Ooh,
or if I want to go fancy, Benedict maybe.
Benedict. No, dude, I tried to make eggs Benedict once, and I will never try again because it did not work. But I usually go for omelet. Your plain average omelet, right? I love doing hash browns.
Omelets
I don't
are
know if you do
delicious,
them or
right?
not.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I can do them from scratch, but like they take a lot of hassle. So I have some frozen ones. Yeah, they're ready. Just throw them in the pan or in the air fryer. A little bit of oil, and you're done.
Wait, but can you use fresh hash browns in an air dryer?
But it doesn't.
No, it won't come out the same if they're fresh.
I don't think so.
It won't come out the same.
Fresh got to be fried.
It's got to be fried, man. It's got to be fried. Otherwise, you won't get that crispy part on the outside.
The crispy part is the best part. How do you do them? Do you do it crispy like through and through, or do you do crispy and then a little bit soft on the inside? Or
crispy and then mushier from the inside.
Oh yes, that's the way. That's the way to go.
Yeah, I know the one that you mean, the one where it's all crispy all throughout.
Yeah.
But no, I like the other side of that.
Yes, that's good. I tried doing it both ways, and I just like the way you prefer it too, which is crispy on the outside, mushy on the inside. It's just amazing. It's great. It's great.
Yeah, yeah.
But other than that, yeah, your perfect breakfast is, I think, the perfect breakfast, hands down. That's how everyone's got
Wow.
to do it. Do you do pancakes too, or
Mhm.
is that just overdoing it?
Oh no, I do, and I try to go a bit creative. Pancakes, French toast. So I try to do something different.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So one time I did a French toast, but instead of using cream and maple, I used Greek yogurt
Ooh.
and
Flavored or plain?
honey. No, just plain Greek yogurt with a
Okay.
drizzle of honey. And what I did also as well is that within the Greek yogurt, I crushed some pecans. So you
Okay.
get you don't because you don't want everything mushy.
Mm.
Mushy French toast is soft, Greek is soft, honey.
Right.
So you need to add a bit of a crunch factor. So I crushed some
I agree.
pecans in the Greek yogurt, mixed them all
Oh.
together, then drizzled that over the French toast, added some honey, sprinkled some chia seeds on top.
And he's just getting
It
hungry.
was
Look
it
at
was
him.
heaven. Yeah, sliced a few bananas also for sure.
Oh
Bananas are
wow.
a must.
And
I go
I love
banana
bananas.
strawberry. That's
Strawberries, that's what I was gonna say
yeah,
also.
banana
Strawberries,
So good.
exactly.
strawberries or strawberry and blueberries. That's my go-to.
And
That's a
blueberry,
must. Yeah,
exactly.
like
Yes.
especially with
Sometimes
pancakes.
I just cook what I have. Sometimes I create recipes from what I have in the fridge or the cupboard,
Yep.
and just try to create something out of it. Sometimes I come up with a fusion, combine different worlds. Like one time
It's
I did an Indian paella. So I
ooh,
kind of like I
biryani
didn't have the
paella.
proper exactly. So I
That's
did the
actually
paella way,
genius.
but so I did the Indian herbs with using the Indian herbs. I still use
Right.
seafood, but it tastes like a biryani, but like the cooking style and the big pot and everything, it was a paella. So it was like, and it was spicy
It's spicy.
and like,
Has to
yeah,
be.
yeah.
Wow.
So it was,
You get creative with it, pretty much.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I come, you end up different weird things basically, and then we try to fuse cuisines together.
Well, how did that like start for you? Like your love for food and cuisine and mixing things up. What's your
Yeah.
backstory?
Well, basically, I was our whole family is into food.
Mhm.
We're a male food dominant family. The guys cook better than the women in our family.
It's actually the same with us, by the way, which is not
Oh
that
my
Yeah,
weird.
god.
Yeah.
really. My dad, my
Mhm.
grandfather, Allah yarhamu, like
Uh,
two of my cousins are famous Saudi chefs here in Jeddah.
okay.
One is on the way to being a chef as well. So like mostly it's men. But getting into cooking, I guess when I was studying in the UK, when I was studying my master's in the UK, and of course living on a student life, you can't afford to always eat out. And I don't believe in all that microwave food. So I started watching and Jamie Oliver, getting
Same.
inspired by
What
his
did you
cooking and simplistic cooking techniques, 5 minute
exactly?
meals and all that.
What was the first thing
I
you ever
got
learned from him?
funny enough, the omelet. We were talking about the omelet. So
Ooh,
like cooking the perfect fluffy omelet.
interesting. I learned the
So
bolognese sauce from him.
oh yeah, the bolognese one. I remember that one.
That one was amazing. And then he put them in
No,
like
no,
little
he does
packets and shit.
amazing stuff.
It's great. It's great. Anyway,
And funny enough, Gordon Ramsay started copying his technique later because Gordon Ramsay at that time was only doing really sophisticated shit.
he
And like
was.
not everyone can do it. And then like he started doing simplistic videos now. Now, if you
He
tune in
is.
on his YouTube or stuff like that, then now he's doing very simple things that you can whip up in 10 minutes.
It's true.
But Gordon Ramsay way, less
But
cursing.
yeah, I mean it's less cursing. I mean if there's no cursing, it's not really a Gordon Ramsay way. Let's be
It's not
honest.
Gordon Ramsay.
Right.
Exactly.
He has to drop a few fucks here and there.
It's like a tuned down Samuel Jackson kind of.
That's a great description.
That's a
Yeah,
good.
pretty much.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that a lot. But yeah, so that's how you got into cooking. I assume is basically you were a student.
Yeah. I just fell in love with cooking after that.
I think a lot of people would agree with me on saying cooking is not hard. dealing with the plates and cleaning them later is the hard part, right?
Exactly.
That's the
Exactly.
worst.
If I show
That's
you my sinks, that's the part I hate the most after I'm
it's the
done.
cleanup
I
part.
want someone to just come and clean up after me.
Dude, I'd pay good money for a person to that's his job every day.
That's their one job.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Dishwasher, a home
Clean.
dishwasher.
Yeah,
My
clean the
sink
plates.
bitch. My sink bitch.
Oh my god. Pretty much.
My sink.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good
Mhm.
one.
Do you like prepping the food? What's your favorite part of cooking? Is it the prepping of the food or
No, it's
mixing?
actually trying to taste and test like different mixes of the spices and ingredients going together before like really going deeper into it. I don't like prepping. Like the part of the cutting and the slicing, I really don't really enjoy that much. But like I like the season. As soon as they start into seasoning, that's when it starts getting really interesting.
Yeah.
Like even seasoning the chicken, seasoning the meat, preparing the stock that I'm going to cook the rice with or the risotto or whatever. Then it starts getting interesting.
Dude, here's the issue. Uh, I've noticed this a lot when I was experimenting with different ingredients at home is I reach the perfect ingredient, but I don't know when to stop adding or removing ingredients. And it's just like
Uh,
you get into this deep experimentation phase of cooking where it's like, okay, what if I add this? What if I do this? What if I remove this? And then you just add and add and add. And then you start to lose the perfect recipe, right? So how do you know when you
yeah.
reached the perfect recipe while cooking?
Well, it's just well زي ما نقول like in Arabic يقول لك الأكل نفس يعني it's really a matter of a touch. Yani basically it's a trial and error. No one's some people are how they're born with it. Yani they add without even measuring the grams or the spoons. They just do you
They
find
know.
like putting just put like take it out and put it and put that and like a little bit and you say I feel it's gonna need a little bit more and then they put a little bit more and then it comes perfect. They never measure. You tell them how much do I put? He says just a pinch, but they don't know. I never measure by grams or spoons.
Perfect. That was going to be my next question. Do you stick to the measurements? Like, do you go like grams and all that stuff, or do you
Right,
do it by
accurately.
eye and like?
Only when I'm only baking, because baking you can't fuck that up.
Sure.
Baking is chemistry. It's like creating a medicine.
It's true. That's why I don't like
you'll
baking.
end up. Yeah, me neither. Like I tried to do my first pizza in quarantine, and the stuff I threw the whole thing in the garbage because like
Wow.
it became too moist. I over watered it, the ziyada, and like but the next try was perfect. The pizza was really good.
Interesting.
But the first try was, even though I stuck to everything, but it was like the method. The method was a little bit. It wasn't the right way. Like
I tried.
it's so tricky, man. Just like you have to add the water gradually and the flour gradually.
Yep.
And I don't have time for this.
It's true. No,
I
it's
just
true.
order it.
I mean, listen, this is my issue with baking, as well as the whole.
Do the work for it.
Yeah. But there's a satisfaction of eating your own thing.
Yeah.
When it succeeds, there's that satisfaction, that I created this pizza, even though it's not the best in the world, and it tastes like samuri, and it's like, there's a million things wrong with it. But like, halas, this is my pizza. I made it. I'm happy with it. I'm gonna eat it.
But
Right.
here's the issue with baking as well, is the fact that I don't have the time to wait a few hours for this little piece of ball to grow into a big
To
one.
rise and the rising. That's
It's very
so
technical.
annoying.
It's very, very technical, and I don't like this whole technicality of baking. So
Yeah,
that's why I
yeah.
stick to cooking, mainly Italian food. That's my branch of cooking. That's what I like.
Oh, Italian food, the favorite cuisine of mine, because it's all carbs.
Exactly.
They love their carbs.
The pizza, the pasta, the bolognese.
Don't let what you see in front of you, confuse you. Like down, like
Uh.
below here, we are the same guy.
We're the same
I'm built
underneath.
different. I am built different. Trust me. I like food
Okay.
is my alley where it's like my lane food. So
Wow.
Italian cooking. Did you make your own pasta? Did you ever do it? Or
I did it in a course, in a class, but not
Okay.
at home. I don't have the equipment.
Okay.
But I did it in a class. It was really fun.
It was.
I attended a pasta class and I attended a Italian sauces class as well.
Ooh.
So we learned how to make the bolognese from scratch. I learned how to make the pesto from scratch.
Ooh,
So that was really interesting. I'm attending another Italian class next week probably as well.
Oh wow.
amazing.
You
So,
feel like you need courses to learn how to cook? Is that how you learn best cooking? Like,
Well, it's better because you have someone who's actually over your head or over your shoulder and showing you, if you screw something up. You can learn from YouTube, but then like what I did with my pizza, I learned the pizza from YouTube, and then when I tried to do it, I did exactly what the guy said, but I must have fucked up along the way somewhere. So
right.
if it was with a guy or a girl who's an instructor, and then, oh look, Ahmed, you're mixing it the wrong way, or you're putting the water too fast, or you're putting not enough flour.
Hmm.
Then yeah, I would have probably not have thrown all that dough in the
Right.
trash.
wait, how big was this pizza?
Well, there was enough dough to make four pizzas of like a personal size pizza.
Oh, okay. I see how it
There
That's
is.
was a
good.
lot of dough. Yeah, so it was like after it would have risen, it would have had enough to make four.
Uh,
Yeah.
And
Earlier you said you like some people are born natural chefs, some people are really not.
Yeah.
Where do you lie? Are you a natural chef or you still make a lot of mistakes?
Well, I do make a lot of mistakes, but I try to learn along the way.
Hmm.
I watch a lot of videos as much as I can from people that I trust, because there's a lot of people who act like they know what they're doing, but like you do what they do and it's total disaster, or they do different mistakes, but you don't know how it's going to taste because it's just on video, and he's not going to tell you that it tastes like crap.
interesting.
So I watch people like,
Joshua
for
Wiseman.
example, yes, like we said again, Jamie Oliver,
Mm.
Gordon Ramsay.
Binging with Babish.
There's this one in Turkey. Well, I forgot her name. Because like they have these really hard names, but she's really good. Like what I like is she does a lot of the Turkish food that we love, but in a very simplistic way
Mm.
that you don't have to, let it steam on the stove for hours, just to bubble through and reduce, and you know.
Hmm.
True.
And most of the Arabic food is derived from Turkish. A lot of the food of our foods, so, the sauces, the okra,
Mm.
and all that. It's originally coming. A lot of it's coming from the Ottoman kitchen.
It's two, I think, two main sides. You have Persia and you have Turkey, which is the Ottoman Empire.
Yes,
Those two
exactly. Yes,
are heavily, into our.
yes, and a little bit of Greek. I discovered later on that
Ooh.
there was a lot of Greek influence. There's a lot of similarities. Like
Hmm.
Middle Eastern food. Hmm.
yeah, like the macaroni bechamel, the pasta with the bechamel.
Mm.
It's actually Greek. I mean, it's
Word.
origins. Yeah, we like sometimes we get asked these questions and we like kind of look into it. Also, the called the lukumatis. The lukmat al-gadi, the awamat. Those little fluffy balls that you put the honey on
Oh,
and you
Gemat.
have them for
Okay. Yeah.
dessert.
Yeah.
The gemat.
Yes.
Yeah, they were Greek as well. They turned out to be Greek as well.
Wait.
Yeah, and
Actually.
actually, yeah, and actually it turned out to have an interesting story that they were actually fed to the soldiers as a reward after they came back victorious from battles.
Interesting.
So the palace kitchen would do it for them, and the cooks would go and they would feed the soldiers, each one in their mouth, one of them as a treat or as a reward, for winning the battle.
Bro,
So
that's
these were
amazing.
like the origins of lukumatis or lukaimat. And even the word is the Greek word is
Similar.
lukumatis. It's very similar, and we call it lukaimat. So it's like
Yes.
very, very similar. Yes.
I thought it was a Kuwaiti thing, not gonna lie, because we do it a lot in this country. We do it a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
in this
yeah.
country, right? Like it's like a Ramadan thing where we,
Yes,
you
yes.
know,
Same here. Same here.
as
And I thought it was Turkish because like Turkey they have it as well. But then when I researched deeper into it, I found the origins were actually from Greek.
Turkey, bro. Turkey gave humanity two gifts: donor and baklava.
Yeah,
Baklava.
baklava, man.
Good
Doner,
baklava.
Baklava, man.
bro. We have
And
this
doner,
restaurant in
man.
Kuwait.
Doner.
It's called Sultan Chef, where they bring
Okay.
baklava, they cut it in half, and they put like vanilla ice cream in the middle.
Oh, or Mystica ice cream.
Or
Sometimes they put Mystica.
yes, it has to be. It has to.
Yeah. Oh, I love that, man. I love that. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Mm,
It's like a
nice good.
calorie fest.
Do you like cooking your own pastries, like baking your own whatever kind of
Cookies and
pastries,
stuff. Well,
cookies, and
the first cookies I made
croissants?
turned into frisbees. Like they were very stiff.
I
You can
see.
throw them at the wall and they would bounce back.
Hmm.
But again, the second try, it seems like sometimes you have to you have to fuck up. Like the first cookies were frisbees. The second time was a lot better.
Hmm.
I've played around with banana bread. Banana bread. Now I've perfected it because I
Right.
love banana bread.
Now you perfected it, but when you first start off, is it like with that with every recipe? Like the first time you do it, it's meh, but then it gets better. You figure out
Yeah,
some
exactly.
technique.
And the thing is, you gotta find out what you did wrong. So like when you taste it, you see, okay, it's got like too much sugar, too much salt, too much this. It's mushy. Should have maybe baked it for a bit more. Maybe I've over baked it, so like it's too stiff. So when you taste it, you kind of like know what you did wrong. So the next time, okay, you know what? Next time I'm gonna change something about it, and then it's not gonna turn out so bad.
Pretty much, you can only learn by doing it. That's pretty cool.
Sorry
What
about that.
about like the other part aside from cooking? Right, you do marketing for food. You do foodies. Can you tell us more about foodies?
Yes. Well, basically, Foodies started as soon as I came back from the UK.
Hmm.
That's when I learned my love for food and I learned cooking. At that time, when I came back to Saudi, it was 2011, and at that time, there was the whole era of Saudi chefs did not start yet, and it was actually considered عيب. Like at that time, it's like كيف تشتغل في مطبخ؟ كيف تشتغل في مطعم؟ عيب
Wow.
أنت رجال, kind of feel, like you're a guy.
Right.
It wasn't still what Saudi is now at this time, which
Yeah,
is
I
amazing.
think 2011 was the beginning of
It was the beginning, definitely.
for Saudi.
No,
Right?
actually, the beginning was 2014 to 2016. That was the boom period. That was when you started finding actually restaurants opened by Saudi guys, and they stand on their own and they do the recipes. That was the beginning of the new era. So 2014, 15, 16, that was like the golden time. 2011, I opened up a WhatsApp group and I called it the Foodies. And then I started looking around for people like me. It was like we were outcasts. Like, who else loves cooking, guys? Who else is going to open a restaurant?
Right.
So I started gathering people, like
Mhm.
guys and girls, and we started growing as a community. And then, and that was in 2012. So that was the WhatsApp group is still there and it's still active.
Interesting.
So it's now it's like a year ahead. It's going to be 10 years since we opened that WhatsApp. We did it for fun. We just went. I still remember we went to Johnny Rockets here in Jeddah, and we did it on Snapchat. And we started, making fun. We started acting like we know what we're talking about. Like we're critiques. This ketchup is not spilled as it's supposed to be spilled over this patch. And we started acting like jerks. And for some reason, people loved it. They thought it was funny. And we were the only influencers at that time who actually were a group. Everyone's individual. So people liked the idea of having an account that's a group of people, boys and girls. And at that time, also mixing together was still a bit of a taboo. It wasn't very, it was still frowned upon. We got a lot of bashing, like
Really?
girls, ليش ما تغطين, ليش ما أدري إيه. Even when we put music while we're doing
Translate.
recipes,
Why don't you cover up?
Why don't you cover up? Exactly.
Mhm.
Shit like
So
that. Okay.
they were like bashing us for like girls not covering up their hair, or when we put music while we're cooking. So you got all these people bashing, and then they faded out because they just unfollow, and we just lose them. We don't want this type of people.
Right.
You didn't lose
So bit by
anything,
bit, the
honestly.
account grew. Exactly, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's not
It's
we're
not a loss in
dancing.
my
Or,
eyes.
exactly.
Anyways,
So the account, mashallah, grew and grew and grew, and picked up, and we started getting more serious about what we're doing. We started ourselves evolving and teaching ourselves, and learning along the way about what makes the restaurant good, what doesn't make it good. I studied marketing, and my bachelor's in business, my master's is in e-commerce and digital marketing. So I started applying what I've learned, what my studies on my passion, which is food.
Wow.
And then we started marketing for restaurants. So we started helping them out through Foodies, telling them what to do, doing tastings, telling them what people like, giving them ideas for campaigns. And in 2019, the final step, I decided to make it official. We opened a CR, commercial registration, became an official company. And so now it's been a year and a half being official.
Wow.
Foodies is now a trademark. We're
Amazing.
registered the name and the logo.
Right.
So now it's an official trademark. The Foodies Inc. Thank you.
Foodies Inc.
The Foodies Inc. The Foodies Incorporated. It was the Foodies SA first, and then we realized that that we were actually doing coverages all around the world. Whenever one of us travels, they do a coverage. We've done coverages all the way from New Zealand. We did coverage in New Zealand all the way to the States.
Wow.
And Brazil, so like we've been everywhere.
That's it.
Amazing.
That's the world.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But
Right.
So we thought, why SA? And we were doing it everywhere, and we started
Worldwide.
having fan bases in different Arab countries.
Mhm.
Like we have a huge fan base in Egypt. We have a fan base in Jordan. We have a huge fan base in Dubai, because I go to Dubai a lot for Gulf food and all that. So we started. So okay, Foodies Inc. Why Foodies SA? We just call it Foodies Inc.
So when are you guys coming to Kuwait? A lot
Man, Kuwait is on my bucket list since forever. Man,
Bro,
I
Just
know that
drive
you have
up.
the best restaurants in GC, even better than Dubai. I know Kuwait is the thing. Like here, Isa Bahbahani is God, basically, for people here. Like his concepts, like whenever something opens, like okay, it has to boom. Like
Bro.
we have like all these concepts, man. Like we have
You come to
chicken, we have
Kuwait.
herb and all that. I have to, man.
If you
Well,
come,
because of this Corona shit, man. Like
Right.
it was on my list to come this spring,
dude,
and I got some of my foodie friends excited. We said we're doing a food trip to Kuwait.
if you come to Kuwait, I will take you around, my friend.
Man,
Take it to
definitely,
the
man.
Best restaurants in this country, because and it's a known thing here in GCC. Kuwait is the GCC food capital.
Why?
Yeah,
It's-
it is. Yes.
Okay,
What
I'll
makes it?
explain a little bit on why Kuwait is the way it is,
Mhm.
right? Kuwait is very perfectionist when it comes to food. Everything else, we half-ass almost everything else, right? Food is
Haejl.
extremely important. We don't have
Yeah.
a lot of tourism shit in Kuwait. There's not a lot to see, right? So we worked on the number one thing we can, which is food. So we have
Yeah.
huge, how do I call it? What's raqaba in English, Ali?
Rakaba?
Yeah, supervision. That's the word.
I see.
We have a
Okay,
huge
okay.
supervision on the food, the meats, the gross, like the vegetables, the spices. Everything is under extreme supervision. Like
Right.
Okay.
nepotism is everywhere except for food. Like that's the one thing
Hmm.
we don't mess around with, and that's why.
No one gets a slide. Yeah.
That's
pretty much.
why like we are the GCC, and I'd say Arabia's food capital actually. Like
I
amazing.
would think yes.
I would dare to say, in terms of restaurant, in terms of home cooking, it
Cuisine.
goes to Lebanon, no, like
Let's go.
Beirut, man.
Yeah.
Beirut
Beirut,
has some
yeah.
great
Beirut takes
cuisine.
it.
Beirut is amazing, man. Wow.
You know,
Food in Beirut, wow.
but that's home cooking. But when I talk about
Yeah,
restaurant
yeah.
cooking and restaurant food,
Concepts. I would say Kuwait is the like the queen of concepts. Like like you have the craziest concepts, and anything comes here, it booms.
and it's,
Like Jolt and other places come from Kuwait.
it's amazing. Love to see it. So
Booms.
amazing, man.
since Kuwait is on your bucket list, what's the restaurant you can't wait to visit in Kuwait?
Well, there's a lot, man. I can't really say one of them.
I mean,
Any
you can list a few. That's fine.
there's one by Isa. I think it's called Abi Shawaya.
Abu Shawaya.
I think.
I think so. Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah.
That
And then you
sounds
have
so good.
there's a
Mhm.
coffee chain, I think it's called Location.
yeah. Location coffee. Yep.
Yeah, they even did a song about it, I
They
think.
did that,
Yeah.
and
It reached here, man. That's how
bro, it
big it
reached
was.
everywhere. Queen G,
Yeah,
she's like a
That's
huge
amazing.
female
Mm.
rapper in Kuwait. It's pretty cool. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
it's good to see. You love to see it.
What would you say? What would you say? Like the number one thing I have to go to in Kuwait when as soon as I land.
Okay, so I'm gonna describe my perfect trip for when you come to Kuwait. Okay,
Okay.
here we go. Don't judge me on this, guys. Kuwaiti
No,
watchers,
no.
Kuwaiti, especially Kuwaiti watchers, because they're gonna say, "Why are you taking him there? Take him there." And we love to do that kind of shit. Okay.
Yeah.
First thing I do is I take you to the main branches like McDonald's, KFC, and all like Burger King, just so you know that even that is amazing here. It's better than anywhere else you'd eat it, right?
Okay.
I then start off with taking you to a restaurant called Heisenberger. Heisenberger is
Heisenberg.
yeah, or
Okay.
Heisenberg. It's a Breaking
Like Breaking
Bad
Bad
themed.
kind
Yeah, it's literally a
Okay.
Breaking Bad themed restaurant.
Uh-huh.
They have this I forgot what it's called, but it's like it's a burger and it's chicken. It's amazing, bro. I'll then take you to
Wow.
Manhattan, right? Manhattan
Mm-hmm.
Burgers. They have the best chicken sandwiches you will ever eat in your life.
Okay.
It's just amazing. And then we'll turn it over to Italian food. Italian food, melanzani. I have to take you there. That and
Okay. I heard of that one.
that one. That one's amazing. That and Nino's. I don't know if you guys have Nino's in.
We have Nino's in Jeddah,
You have
yes.
Nino's
It's
in
opened
Jeddah?
here. Yeah, we have Nino's, yeah.
I'm still taking you to Nino's here because it's amazing as well. As,
I'm pretty sure it's better because Nino's here sucks. So
I mean, our
it started
Nino's-
really well.
Mm,
Yeah, it started really well and then it
it
just went downhill.
Went down. All right. Arabic. We're not taking you to Foodie Swaleh because that just disappoints now. It's not as good as it used to be, right? So,
Okay.
but I will take you to a matam called Kharoof. Well, Kharoof is just
Kharoof.
out of this
Okay.
world. It's
The name itself is
the name
exciting.
itself, yeah,
The name itself sounds good,
It should
right?
be. They cook
Yeah.
Arabic dishes with sheep in every possible way you can think of. Kebsa,
Wow.
mendi, you name it, machboos, they make it, right? And it's just
Oof,
amazing,
Majboos.
right?
Mm.
Japanese Centauro or Centoho, I forgot the name of the restaurant. It's amazing. I went to it the other day with a good friend. Shout out to him. He knows who he is.
Yeah.
It's just amazing in terms of Japanese. Sushi, I don't eat sushi, so I really don't know where to take you to.
Oh, okay. You'll skip that
So,
one.
I won't skip it.
No, I
I'll
won't
ask
go
a good
looking for
friend.
sushi.
I'll ask a good friend to take you if you're interested. And that's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
perfect.
I like concepts. You know, usually when I go places, I look for places with a really
Concept
unique
food, yeah.
concept or a really unique experience. So there has to be some sort of at the table kind of show or something that really you
Easy.
feel like
Sultan Chef.
wow. You know?
Sultan Chef, they literally feed you.
مثلا. Oh, okay.
They literally
actually
feed you?
Yeah, bro. They
Like-
cut the meat, they put it on a knife, and they feed you. Like, it's no joke. The whole
wild.
bacalao with the Mystica ice cream and the shit, they close it and they feed you. Like, you can't say no. They won't take no for an answer. They will feed you.
Wow.
You can't say, no, eat it. No.
That's so
We
funny.
Eat it
will
from
feed
his
you.
hand.
We
Yeah. And that's the beauty of it.
Quran and everything.
Nah, I mean, it's probably not the same anymore, but like
Right.
back then when we went, it was amazing. That's my Kuwait's food tour. Probably shit
Sounds interesting.
according to some people, but this is how I do it.
Coffee. Where's the best
Ooh.
coffee place?
I'll take you to 3 places. Location, because you're probably gonna want to go
Location,
there.
أكيد.
ما راح يكسر بخاطرك, right? I'll take you to Arabica, I think is what it's called. It's like
Okay.
huge in Kuwait. It's like every person gets coffee there. And third, I don't have a third. It's just 2.
Yeah, you see, like
Just-
3 sounds nice. Yeah,
3
exactly.
sounds nice.
It's good.
so I
It's
don't
good.
have
It's
three.
good.
But
good,
there's a lot.
good.
We have there's so many coffee places in Kuwait. Like every person and their mom
Yeah.
owns a coffee shop in Kuwait, and they're all like
Yeah, it's the same in Jeddah now. We have this coffee craze going on here.
they taste the same. Not saying they taste bad. They all taste good, and they all taste the same. So it's like not really a hassle where to go.
So it doesn't
Right.
matter where you go.
Yeah, So I'll just take you to Shweikh's part of coffee shit, and you can like. It's amazing though. I like it. It's good.
Okay.
Have good fun.
I'm curious to hear about your food experiences, Ahmed. You said I want an experience. What's like an experience you have with food that's like gonna blow our minds?
The best experience.
Okay. Let me just grab a glass of water. Just in case
Go
we
for
get,
it.
so we'll have more
Record this
talking.
back. Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's back with his water. And so yeah, we were asking you your favorite.
Yeah. I wanted to show you something interesting. I had this custom made. You remember Coke's campaign? Like Coke is better with, and they had the names
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah. So we had this. It's like so I wanted to show you something interesting. I had this custom made. You remember Coke's campaign? Like Coke is better with, and they had the names.
Yeah.
And everything. Yeah. So we had this. It's like so I was.
Yo.
Oh,
that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
I still have it here. I have it in the kitchen here. Souvenir.
You're never gonna drink it, are you?
No, it's open. It's been drank.
Oh, okay.
But like I filled it, I sealed it off, and I like just kept it. You know.
Kept it there as a memory. It's pretty cool. How do you make those?
It was actually part of the campaign. They had a booth, and they had the laser thing there. So you kind of people just queued up like crazy for hours. It was in Egypt actually, and like everyone had their nickname or like you want to give it to your girlfriend or something, and you just put her name on it or something.
Food is better with.
So it's pretty cool.
Coke is better with Ali. And you
Coke's
won't
better
know
with
which
Ali.
one it is, you know?
Exactly.
Pretty much.
And then you both fight over the can.
But
We take turns with it. Yeah.
we'll take turns. Yeah, we'll take sips. Pass
Cool.
sips.
Right.
Okay.
Craziest experience. Go.
Experiences. Okay. Well, for example, one of the nice experiences I had was in Kenya. There's this place called there's this restaurant called Carnivores. So as the name implies, basically they have, I wouldn't say every single type of meat that you can actually eat in the world, but it's a very, very wide range of selection. And the thing is, like when you enter, you can actually see this huge pit of coal, flaming hot coal, and it's almost as big as a room. And they have like this all the skewers, the spears, like they're all put there, cooking different type of stuff. And then like they bring it to you, and they give you the meat from it, and they tell you like this meat goes with which sauce. And they have like crocodile meat, ostrich meat, deer, boar, whatever, like ox balls. It's like they have this weirdest shit, man. Like it's like you gotta eat this, and you gotta eat that. And like I was like, no. I'm gonna eat some ox balls.
That's not how we roll. That's really not. But that's crazy.
But I tried it in the end. I did try it just for the heck of it.
So you ate ox balls.
Ox ball review.
Ox balls. I ate ox balls.
And how was it? How did it taste?
Weird. It was like mushy, kind of like, but it tasted like liver.
That's so funny.
It's quite an accurate description. I don't know about that.
Exactly. You would think it would be.
I'll talk it. I'll take it. Yeah, sure. I don't know why I said I'll talk it, but nevertheless, we all got to try a few shit in our lives, right? And ox balls.
Exactly. I tried ox balls and alligator meat, which was pretty interesting as well.
Ooh. I heard it tastes like chicken, but like super rubbery.
Not rubbery at all. It's very, very tender. It's actually white, so it's like a white meat. It's not, you would think like an alligator would probably have like a darker red kind of meat, but it's actually white. And it tastes like a bit of a combination between chicken and salmon. So it's got a bit of a fishy, salmony taste, but with a bit of a chicken kind of hint to it. But it's pretty interesting.
Interesting. I mean, the weirdest meat I ever ate was probably camel, and that was like, it's like
okay.
It's
That's normal here.
For us, it's
You go to Riyadh, man. It's like everywhere. It's like we have camel burgers. Like,
yeah, we have camel burgers in Kuwait too. This is no joke. It's actually a real thing, bro. We have camel burgers.
it's really good. Hashi burger, and it's called Hashi burger. So people listening, if you ever come to tourism once things open, if you come and you see the sign Hashi burger, Hashi is this baby camel, because the big camels, the tender is really, it's like the meat is really tough.
Yeah, it is.
But usually, they only you only get to, like you only eat the baby, like not the younger ones. They're like a year and a half old.
Maybe.
But once they grow older, they're used, for other things, transportation, milk. Did you try camel's milk?
Yeah, I did once.
Pretty interesting. Yeah, it's pretty
I
interesting.
don't like it.
Yeah, it has a strong taste, but
It does.
it's really good for you, by the way.
I heard.
It's got like 3 times the calcium and vitamins that's in cow's milk. That's why they're really strong, because of all the the minerals and the vitamins in the milk.
Yeah, and it's crazy.
That's why you find like that's why like the people who like live in the desert off this milk, they're really well built, like they're really strong, because like ever since they're young, that's the only milk they drink, and they drink it. They put it in the bowl and they drink it as it is, no pasteurizing, no nothing. Just drink it as it is.
That's how I drank it for the first time. Literally, the guy was like, "Hold this, put it under the what's it called?
The camel."
Yeah,
The others, right?
The others. And I was like, "Okay." And then
the nipples.
going at it.
The nipples.
It's like squeezing and pulling and shit.
Right.
He filled it up, and weird enough, it took faster than I thought it would to fill.
Mhm.
I thought because I thought it was.
That's
just
what
like
she
a
said.
squirt. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks. But and I drank it straight from the. He's like, drink it. I was like,
Straight.
it's like that. And he's like,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
It's like, okay.
Man, it's like full of germs.
Correct.
And
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
like-
That's what I was thinking.
That was my facial reaction. I was like,
Well, yeah, no wonder
But
you
you,
like
you
it.
drank it. But you drank it.
I did. It was.
And how was your bathroom situation after that? Exactly. Because that's the thing you hear most when people try for the first time, is because of the antibodies and the stuff in it. So it's kind of like purifies your stomach.
Yeah, but
So your stomach's reaction just starts this cleanse. So you just hurry to the bathroom, but it's basically your digestive system cleaning itself.
But it's very weird. I
because
don't know why. Like when I went to do what I gotta do, it was kind of weird. It was like TMI. I don't know. what I'm getting into.
TMI.
Yeah, honestly.
TMI. All right,
Moving on.
Ahmed, I want to ask. Ahmed, I want to know one more thing.
Sure.
Before we continue, I really gotta know this. So you said Foodies, you've been doing this for 10 years now. You started off just a bunch of group of people, influencers talking about food, reviewing food, and now it's an organization. Do you like miss the days when it wasn't an organization, when it was just like you guys talking about food, or do you like?
I do.
Place
I
where
do.
you're right now.
I mean, I wouldn't regret, like when they tell you, like, would you relive your life and change something? I would say I wouldn't change anything.
Mm-hmm.
What we reach now is, we've reached it with everything, the wrong, the right, the mistakes. But yes, it was simpler times back then.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't under a lot of pressure. Like now people are expecting things from you, and like expecting opinions, they're expecting critique, they're expecting you feedback, they look up to you now. Now you get like I remember when I started to hear this, I got shocked. Like some people actually look up to you as something really important in this society, or in this atmosphere of the food business. Well, the first time I would hear it, was like, what? Like, no, man, I'm just a normal peer person like you. But no, like you are who you are. You are like like another nickname I have is the Godfather. Like
Right.
they call me the Godfather of the food scene.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, because like I said, we were like the very first accounts, started the group thing. So we started a cult basically. Like then other people came and they copied what we were doing. A lot of them failed. Some of them are here, some of them are not. But it wasn't easy getting to where we are now. We had a lot of ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
lots of days I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna close up everything. It's enough, and enough is enough. You had a lot of things. You have people turn against you. You have people leave the group. You have, of course, haters will hate. You have people bad mouthing around you in the market for their own good and their own, thing. Like any media, how we see on TV. It's real, guys. If you want to be famous, and like whatever you're gonna do, you want to be a podcaster, you want to be a chef, you want to be a rally driver, you will face this shit. As soon as the media light hits, you will face this shit. So you really gotta be prepared.
We do. I think it's a beautiful way of saying it. Ali, I lost track of time, by the way.
Yes, time. We've been going at this for a bit, but this is good. I want to know one more thing, Ahmed. So if you think you're like, you say people look at you for your taste, right? And they're like, well, what does Ahmed think of, for example, this dish? You think your taste is better or more refined than other people's taste, or do you think everyone's different? I want to know your opinion on this.
Well, each person is different. I was in actually that restaurant I was telling you guys about. I was there before, the Japanese Peruvian. I was telling the girl there, and the manager, the same thing. I was telling her because she was like telling me, Ahmed, I don't know what to do. Like everyone's got a different taste. The same dish on the same day goes to this table and they love it. The other table, they hate it. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, look, like always believe in this word. You'll never win them all. Like just do what you have to do. Take the average. Because in the end, people have, like me and my sister, we have different tastes. We're the same. We grew up in the same house, same upbringing, same food. But she hates seafood and sushi, and I love seafood and sushi. So it's like, like for example, I hate what do you call it? Broccoli. She loves broccoli. Like it's gonna happen. Like so, I wouldn't say I have a refined or different taste. It's just being what we're doing for this long, we kind of understand what the market likes. But for example, if I go to
right.
Exactly. So like if I go to Kuwait, for example, I can't be a critique there because I don't know what the Kuwaiti people like and what they don't like. I have to like live there for in Ali's basement or something for like a year, understand the cult and understand the taste and everything, blend in like you're one of us now. Then I can start talking on behalf of the Kuwaiti people and saying,
this is good.
I think this will work. This will not. And even like if we go back to the Masalan Isa Bahbahani, when he entered the Saudi market, he didn't enter it on his own. He partnered with a Saudi partner who helped him to understand what the Saudi people want, because he can guarantee that what he did in Kuwait with the brands he has in Kuwait will boom in Saudi.
Saudi, right?
Hatta in Saudi, Riyadh and Jeddah are totally different. Like if you open like an Indonesian restaurant, Matam Jawi in Riyadh, it will fail. People don't like that type of food. They don't like Far Eastern Asian, even Chinese and that, they're not really big fans. They're not big fans of seafood either. But for example, even Jeddah, bring over, like we said, hashi, like the camel meat. Jeddah people don't like it. They won't eat it. Like they won't have it. But drive 2 hours to Taif, which is after Mecca, they love it there. And it's just 2 hours drive. It's like totally different taste. So it's just basically, to answer your question, is because we've been in the Jeddah market for so long and we taste it, we know what people think. So we know what people will like and what they won't.
Funny enough,
more or less.
A lot of restaurants from Kuwait came to Saudi Arabia, and they have a very, very high success rate, I think. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but I've been told that
it is.
It's the case. So how come?
Well, like I said, and even you mentioned it, like, not about the look. It's just the idea of them coming from Kuwait. That's a grabbing factor, because like to Saudi, Kuwait is like the mecca of like concepts and food. So when something comes from there, it means it's probably really hip, it's crazy, it's nice, And look, we have it here where it's gonna boom. And that's why Doze was a huge hit. Jolt, chicken, what else?
Oh, bro, chicken. Chicken is amazing,
yeah.
bro. Wait,
Chicken
just so
is
I'm
man.
CHKN, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
The
Yeah.
orange color.
Orange color, bro. That shit's just amazing, bro.
That place when it opened here in Jeddah, it didn't even open a restaurant. They only opened as a cloud kitchen.
Really?
It was only delivery. Yeah, it was only delivery.
Wow.
People went nuts, man. They're opening a new location in the next 2 months in Jeddah.
An actual location or just on cloud?
No, it's going to be an actual. But they've been functioning in cloud because they launched a brand and Corona hit last year.
So
right.
But instead of actually putting everything on hold, they said, you know what? People are home. They're going to order. Let's just do it at a cloud kitchen. So it was a very smart move from Marisa to actually do that. And it boomed. It boomed like everyone's crazy about it. And now you have a lot of copycats. Like there's a craze of fried chicken sandwiches in Jeddah. Everyone's opening this concept because they've seen what chicken is done, and they're trying to basically hop on that wagon.
Amazing. What are your thoughts on like the cloud kitchen events that are happening now? Because this is very new, right? Like
it's the future, man. It's the future.
Okay.
Like now, Corona showed us a lot of things. They showed us that you can work from home. They showed us that you can operate a restaurant just solely on delivery. And that's where cloud kitchens come in handy. And that you can actually run a company without actually having any employees. So you can actually rely on freelancers and hire them by the project instead of paying salaries, stuff like that. So we learned a lot from COVID era, and now there's actually 3 cloud kitchen concepts in Saudi. One is actually from Dubai. It's called Kitopi. I'm not sure if it's in Kuwait or not, but it's available in Dubai. But now, like they lease cloud kitchens. So if I have a restaurant, or I want to open a restaurant, but I don't want to open an actual restaurant, they will rent me the location in their kitchens with the equipment, with the staff. I just give them the recipe book. I make sure they're doing the recipes okay. They've already signed up with all the major delivery people. And khalas, I have a business running.
Whoa.
It's
Yeah.
but
Easy as that.
That's as easy as that, dude. We should open up our own restaurant, dude. A2 Burgers.
A2 Burgers, yeah. But we do have a little project that's out now, and by the time this video comes out, you guys would already know. Eddie, go ahead and show them the shirt. Check it out.
Check it out.
Merch.
Merch.
Because we have hit
Until we get
50
subscribers. Amazing.
We've hit 250
awesome,
videos, and it's crazy. Here we are. So
wow, man, I love
we have
it.
hit our timestamp, bro. This was such a good talk. I enjoyed my time with you.
Well, I enjoyed it as well.
This was great.
Awesome
I love
stuff.
talking about food. Food is just something I could talk about
Yeah.
forever. And
Yeah,
so
I'm glad to have you in my kitchen.
thank you very much, and thank you.
Yeah. Honestly, right?
Show. If you
great.
do like what you saw today, or you enjoyed this conversation half as much as me and Ali enjoyed making,
Subscribe. Really, it's easy.
Subscribe, like.
Yeah,
You can follow
free.
Ahmed on all his socials. We'll leave a link of that in the description below. Ahmed, anything you want to shout out or let the world know?
Just just keep loving what you're doing. Never give up. Like we've reached what we reached now because we never gave up. Follow your passion, whether it's a podcast, making food, whatever it is. Just keep going, guys. And also, I'm loving what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
And you guys can also check out. We also have a Foodies podcast.
They do,
but it's in Arabic. So if you're an Arabic speaker, non-Arabic speaker, I'm sorry. But if you guys are Arabic speakers, just go on any of the players and search for Party Platter or in Arabic Fulf Mashakal, and you'll find our podcast. We have a new episode every Monday.
Amazing.
We'll put all those links in the description below.
Links in the description.
Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Merch is out. You can find it also now in the link description below.
Let's
I'm
go.
Ali, that's Ali, and this is Ahmed.
Sounds good.
Signing
Thanks,
out. Peace.
See you guys.